And Chuck, what arguments and reasoning could the Trump Justice Department make in doing these prosecutions?
Well, to Ken's point, Andrea, without facts, it's going to be hard to justify it. However, both of you have pointed out, and you're exactly right, there is a emotional, psychological, and financial cost simply to being under investigation. If you're talking about charging somebody, convicting someone, and putting them in prison, you need facts. And as Ken noted, there's nothing in the public record to suggest that some of the targets of Mr. Trump have done anything that would merit being charged, convicted, or sentenced. But, being under investigation is fraught, and I understand why people want to be cautious and be prepared. Remember, Andrea, and you know this as well as anyone, Mr. Trump had promised to lock up Hillary Clinton, and that never happened. And by the way, I'm still waiting for Mexico to pay for the wall.
Well, but the difference now is that there's a different sense of empowerment and also of victimhood, because Donald Trump feels he was persecuted by the Justice Department. There's no question about that. And Chuck, the Deputy Attorney General, the DAG, the so-called DAG, as you know very well, is an extremely powerful figure. And this is going to be Todd Blanche. He was a respected criminal attorney, defense attorney. But would he just go along with all of these prosecutions? Would he stand up to his former client?
Well, good questions, Andrea. So the Deputy Attorney General of the United States is the #2 official in the department, he or she. And right now, of course, it's a she, Lisa Monaco, serves as the Chief Operating Officer. But whether you are the Deputy Attorney General or the Attorney General or a line prosecutor in some U.S. Attorney's office in some district in the country, you still need facts, right? So again, we have to draw a line between actually, charging and convicting someone on one hand, I should say, Andrea, and making their life miserable simply by investigating them on the other. The most important question that you are asking is whether Mr. Blanche, if he is confirmed as Deputy Attorney General, has the integrity, independence, and judgment to serve in that role, which may mean standing up to the Attorney General or the President under certain circumstances. And the answer to that question, and it's a very important one, is we'll see.
And Chuck, also, the prosecutors, switching gears, the prosecutors in New York on the Manhattan DA, Alvin Bragg's team, they have until tomorrow to tell Judge Merchan how they want to proceed with Donald Trump's criminal hush money conviction now that he's elected. What do you expect you're going to hear, or what's at stake there?
Yeah, so as you know, Mr. Trump was convicted in a state court in New York of falsifying business records and the like related to payments to a adult film star. So what's going to happen next? What normally happens next, of course, is that a defendant would be sentenced. In this case, we're waiting to see from the prosecutor, Mr. Bragg, whether he will recommend that the sentence be imposed or that it be delayed or continued indefinitely until after Mr. Trump has served his final term as president. By the way, you and Ken both know this. Prosecutors only propose. It's the judge, Judge Merchan in this case, who will decide. So there are a number of options available to the judge, and we will see what both sides have to say. They will opine on what they think he ought to do. Of course, the Trump folks will argue that not only should this case not go forward at all to sentencing, but that it should be dismissed in light of the Supreme Court decision this summer on presidential immunity. So lots of issues on Judge Merchan's plate, and we will know soon, I think, what he will decide.